Hope you guys are doing great. Welcome to BOMISpirit. I am Rodin. This is going to be the general reading for Gemini, Libra, and Aquarians. My readings are timeless in general, so just take that as the messages as they resonate. And know that if messages are coming up that you don't really resonate with, then it's probably just not for you, and that's okay. It's probably just meant for somebody else. Check out the website, Patreon, Vimeo, all that stuff is linked down below for your convenience. Is there anything else? Nope, I don't think so. Before we get into the reading, sometimes there are some things that come through. Excuse me. I was just getting, honestly, the color white for you guys. Very strong. When my guides talk to me in all kinds of ways. You know, they talk to me directly. A lot of times they also just give me symbols or images or visuals because they know how to communicate with me and what I will take a message as. And when I get colors, sometimes it's pertaining to someone's aura. It's just kind of like the color of their aura, the aura field. Sorry for all the noise, by the way. I forgot the door was open. And other times it's also just to represent the kind of like emotion they're in or process they're in. White is purification. It's also divinity. It's truth. It's pure. I'm actually hearing unity. I'm hearing unity with that for my air signs. I think that's a very positive sign here. So you guys are going to start feeling a lot lighter, just a lot more free, and also very like powerful. There's an inner strength that comes with that too. A very serene inner knowing. A very serene inner knowing and being very present and being very connected with yourself. And you're not really being bothered by other people. This feels like an energy you're moving into. So keep in mind that you might not be there yet. It's probably going to be at the end of a process. So when I say process, like shadow process, reflection, some changes. I'm hearing falling away. So air signs, you might have some people or certain aspects of your life just suddenly fall away, and it might come as a surprise to you. Just let that happen, okay? Just let that happen. You can't fight it. You guys are going to learn that if you haven't learned that already. But it feels very positive. There is like a nice coming together within, a nice little like coming home to yourself. And things are going to fall away in the process, but it feels like you're going to end up in a very peaceful, serene place. A lot of stuff coming in air signs. A lot of stuff. They're showing me a swan. And they're also, we're talking to me about perception. No matter what happens, you have your own perception of what's happening, right? Regardless of the facts, you have your own feelings about it. You have your own way of seeing it. The power of perception, you guys are going to also realize the magic of that. And I feel like you're going to learn how to transmute your own energy, your feelings, based off of how you stay aware of your own perception, self-awareness. But coming back to the swans, why are swans coming here? Swans, to me, when I get swans, it can pertain to partnerships. It also pertains to all the levels of you, right? Like, think of like a swan on water. It's like you see like the very peaceful, graceful, serene white, another white thing, on the surface. And underneath, they could be calm. Underneath in their own waters, they could be calm, or they could be very like, there could be a lot of turmoil. There's emotional maturity that's coming with that as well. Like I was saying, it's like almost like not being as bothered when things happen, when you're moving into this next level of truth and unity with yourself. That even if you start to feel upset, you're taking a much more mature, observed sort of a like, okay, this is happening and this is how I feel, but taking a more mindful, thank you, that's the word, mindful approach to that. But like I said, swan to me also can speak of partnership. So this is going to be an interesting one, air signs. So without further delay, let's just dive right into it. I'm going to use the animals because they're just fun. All the decks that I use, by the way, are in the description. This is called the Wild, because I have two animal decks there. This is the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck. I might start giving my decks away. It's something I'm thinking about. I'm just thinking about it. Every time I say something, I have to like make sure I really reiterate that to you guys if it's something I haven't decided on. I'm thinking about it. I'm trying to downsize right now. And there are certain decks that, like, you know, you get excited to work with them and they really resonate for you for a period of time, and then that period of time just kind of passes. sometimes you buy a deck thinking you'll like really like it, and then it's like not quite what you expected, right? So I've got a lot of decks in those two categories. Any messages or insights for my air signs? Open. An openness. They're literally showing me like a window and it's opening and there's like a gust of wind coming in. Again, that really speaks to like the energy I was already getting with you of this coming home to yourself, unity, having this more mature sense of self, awareness. And some of you, there's like a big purged kind of feeling that comes along with that, because it might be at the end of a process. But with this, like, there's a lot more openness with you, air signs. But again, I don't feel like you're being very reactive. It's like you're just experiencing it. And if you are struggling and you're reacting to it or resisting it, it might start to not feel so serene and peaceful. The best stance is to just be. Just experience this new level of openness that you're experiencing. Any messages or Swan? I caught a peek of it, so I just had to. With a fish, no less, which fish is about flow and being open and accepting of things that come and changes that happen. So very much what I'm getting with you guys. Keep in mind, because this is general as well, I forgot to mention this, that for those who are new, it's like watching tarot readings and whatnot, that I could be picking up on someone in your energy field, not necessarily you as well, okay? So we have Raccoon. Raccoon is the first card out. This card makes me sad. I'm feeling sad. I'm hearing games are over. The games are over. Oh no, air signs. The games are over. I feel like someone's even sulking a little bit, being hard on themselves. This feels very shadowy. So some of you, this could even be like the energy that you're working through before you get to this like very like open, peaceful sort of a state. I'll just say unity before you reach this like level of unity consciousness. So some of you guys could be working through that, like being really hard on yourself, feeling like the fun is over, or feeling like, yeah, it just has this feeling like something's over. Something's over, the illusion's over, the games are over. So maybe this could be someone you're dealing with, but let's keep going. That's what I'm getting with the raccoon. God, the colors. We have Panther with Octopus. The octopus, as you guys know, especially my patrons know this, the octopus has been plagued us for months, and then it kind of just like went away, and now here we have an octopus again. All of this feels like what you're moving away from, what you're processing through. So you have a lot to look forward to as far as reaching the literal pure white light at the end of the tunnel here. But this is like, oh, excuse me, hold on a second. This is like very shadowy. It's very shadowy. It's very emotional. It's very, very emotional. I literally see like sadness and sulking. I see anger and rage, a standing up, kind of like the Seven of Wands energy. And then that octopus, that just feels like the devil card. To me, that's codependency. Like when the octopus comes out, it's codependency, it's restriction. You can basically just look at it as the devil card. Octopus isn't all bad. You can see that his head is all lit up. It's cool for me. Because octopus is very intellectual, okay? It's funny too, because I also noticed that we have all the elements except yours. Yeah, we literally have all of the elements except for air coming in here. This is a roller coaster of emotions. This definitely feels like facing your inner demons, literally. Facing your inner demons, or facing someone else's inner demons. Some of you, this is definitely taking place in relationships. That swan, I feel like, is really alluding to that in the beginning here. there's like a very sad, sulky, disappointed energy with the raccoon, but I feel like it's hidden away. I feel like this is not being expressed. And for a lot of you, I actually think this might even be another person that you're dealing with, for those of you who are dealing with other people in this kind of dynamic, where someone's kind of like, oh, damn, I can't get away with it anymore. Yeah, oh. I can't get away with it anymore. I can't play that game with them anymore. I can't enable the devil anymore. I can't enable something that's addictive or like attachment stuff. Like, I can't enable that anymore. It's over. It's over. It's over. It's very disappointed and it's very sad. And it might come might come with an actual ending of something if I don't stutter. It might come with a very real, tangible ending to a relationship, to a job, to a situation, or to an aspect of your life here. The Panther is cathartic. The Panther is unleashing. It also, like I said, feels very Seven of Wands to me, so it almost feels like someone standing up for themselves, like standing up to their inner demons, so to speak. So again, this could be everything you're going through before you get to this very like clean slate, inner serenity, unity sort of consciousness. And again, I also keep getting this perception thing where you're getting so much self-awareness from this. Sorry, so much to tell you. You're gaining so much self-awareness from this that you realize the power of being able to adapt your perception and the impact it has on your peace of mind and the impact it has on your sense of happiness and joy. Like, instead of seeing something as an ending, or seeing something as unfair, or seeing something as like, I want that thing, right? Instead of seeing it like that, just seeing that like, okay, this is just the flow of things. This is just how things are right now. You don't have any control over it. And really just adapting yourself and your own perception to a place where you can be happy with it, to a place where you can make peace with it. Okay? But yeah, this definitely is that feeling of like, something's over, party's over, game time is over. Yeah, anyway, let's move on. Yeah, some of you, the way this is going to transpire, some of you could be the Panther actually yelling at a raccoon. Not like a real raccoon, but like, you know what I mean? Representing an energy, a person. This raccoon has a little bit of like, oh no, what has happened now? You know, it kind of has that feeling, while the Panther is very like riled up and emotional and just letting all truth out, you know? And I feel like it's centered around this octopus energy, this energy of devil, this energy of restriction, this energy of codependency. Yeah, being shackled to something, or burdened, that's interesting, burdened by a situation. Let's keep going. I just got a color, the pink color. The pink color. I just got pink. That to me says higher heart. I'm actually hearing rose quartz, rhodonite. Okay. So for those of you who are more in the Panther energy, like you're having to like really face your inner demons or face the demons within a situation, like a relationship or a family situation or household or work, what have you. And again, it's leaving this feeling of like, there's a real awareness that like, oh, games are done, playtime's over, this means business, or this person means business, or it's time to get real about a situation. And it is leaving a very sad, kind of almost self-pitying kind of energy a little bit. But anyway, those of you who really are in this Panther energy or move into that, rose quartz, rhodonite, give me another, rhodochrosite, these are just ones that they're giving me, could be very helpful to you to deal with your emotions. And to not allow your heart to close is also what they're being very clear about that. And to not allow your heart to close, because moving into that very like pure unity, at peace with all things, state of being requires you to be open. They're showing me the open window again. Yeah. Anyway, so we have another. Oh, we got two more. We have Lizard and Zebra. Zebra's also been coming out more recently. Zebra is very like out there and your unique self and you're having fun and you're eccentric and you know, it's very like Aries, kind of meets Gemini, kind of meets a little bit of Aquarius. Standing out in your own uniqueness. Okay, I'll put it that way, and not being shy about it. What's interesting with Lizard being there though, Lizard can speak to being like overwhelmed or an oversensitivity, like something is too much. I feel like this is also a process of learning to be in the Zebra energy without the aftertaste of that Lizard feeling. Excuse me, without the aftertaste of like, I'm a little anxious. Oh, this is a lot of attention. This is too much. Like that again, overwhelming anxiety. Yeah, learning to be more in that Zebra energy without the Lizard aftertaste. This process is going to help you with that. Getting that Panther energy to speak on the octopus in relation to a raccoon sort of energy, or will even just the raccoon energy will just be a result of that Panther standing up and releasing, is going to help with that. Okay. On the bottom, we got the Dragon Eye. We've got Dragon Eye. I love that that's out here with Buffalo, even better. Yeah, it's funny because I feel like you're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, literally, as you decide, like, I need to speak on this. I need to speak on this. I need to face that down. I need to deal with that once and for all. No matter what form it takes in your life. Dragon is seeing through the bullshit. It's seeing through veils. It's seeing through illusion. It's truth. It is truth, which again is the energy you're moving into. It also speaks to like working from the core of you, because it's solar plexus energy. So and it's funny because I also get like third eye energy sometimes, because it's hard not to, because it literally is about seeing through the bullshit. So it's got a little bit of that third eye aftertaste too. But anyway, it's seeing your truth and the truth of all things through being centered and united through you, through your true self, which is also unity consciousness. It's going to lead you to that. Yeah, this octopus energy, whatever this is, it's really kept you from being able to be you and expressive in you. It's also really kept you from a lot of peace. I keep hearing the word burden. I keep hearing the word burden. This octopus has been a big burden for you, okay? Again, whether it's your own personal inner demons or someone else's, it's time to get rid of the octopus, and you see that. You see that, and being the Panther is going to help you do that, and is also going to help you at the same time with being able to sit within yourself in a very peaceful way and being very expressive with that without anxiety and overwhelm of the Lizard here, without the stress of that. And Buffalo, I love Buffalo. Buffalo, especially like white buffalo, for those of you who are more familiar with like native cultures, it speaks of like once in a lifetime, like a true blessing to come that isn't just for one person but affects a community, can affect everybody for the positive. And sometimes it has a little bit of like a tower feel to it, because it can come on suddenly. You see the lightning there, it can come on suddenly. I feel like what you're really seeing here is the opportunity is now. You want to be rid of this octopus, the time is now. The time is now. The time is now. It's also a really ripe time to be able to move into this, like, I'm also noticing like the contrast. Hold on, sorry, I just noticed this. Look at the contrast of the black and the white. That's very cool, I have to say. This is also a really ripe and fertile window of time, best way to say that, to be able to move into this and work through the octopus, to get to be able to do this. Some of you, this has been a lifelong pattern, okay? But it's time, air signs, it's time. So let's go ahead and pull some other cards. What are we feeling? actually going to do spell casting. I'm also not going to read reversals. Oh, hold on a second. We had something I picked up accidentally from another deck. How did that happen? No, the cards are misbehaving. So I accidentally picked this up from the Lenormand deck. It's a woman card with the Ace of Swords. Truth. Truth. Air signs, truth. And you could be sitting in your feminine energy. This could represent you or someone that you're dealing with here, but it's truth. It also makes sense that it would be with a feminine energy because it's that receptive. It's the receiving that truth and receiving that connection. That's not something you can force, right? Okay, so I'm not going to be reading reversals. I had a very interesting talk with my spirit guides today, with my spirit team today. We were talking about separation consciousness, actually, and I was getting ready to pull some cards, and they said, don't do reversals. I was like, why? Pray tell. And they said, it enables separation consciousness. And sometimes I ask a lot of questions because sometimes I just don't want to like take what they say as just you know, that's just how I am with them. It's good to question sometimes though, because you actually get more information that way too. And I said, but like, isn't it technically like separation consciousness if you're telling me that like this is not the way I should do it, or like this is the wrong way to do it? And they said, we didn't say it was wrong. I was like, got it. You're very funny. So for those of you who are really new to the community and you're like, what the hell is she talking about? You like duality versus unity, right? When we speak of duality consciousness, we think of like right, wrong, black, white, right? And so here we are, and I'm like, you're telling me like not to do something based because it's like it's supposed to be unity consciousness or whatever. And they said we didn't say it was wrong. We just said do it this way. So basically my point is, it doesn't mean reading reversals is wrong. That's something I've been doing up until this point. It's just time for me not to right now, and that just is what it is. And it's like, okay. Anyway, so moving on. Moving on to the rest of your reading, air signs. Okay. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Any messages or insights for Gemini, Libra, Aquarius? Okay. Three of Swords. Oh. Man, that Panther energy is very strong. It's very strong. It actually is feeling even kind of like a soul cry, like the unleashing of your feelings and your emotions and your truth is coming from such a deep place. Such a deep place. Again, when speaking on or connecting to like this octopus energy, which again I really feel strongly is basically the devil. It's self-limiting behaviors, it's addictions, it's codependencies, old wounds that have festered. It can even be fear. It's like things that have a hold on your soul. Okay, put it that way. Things or people or emotions or events that have a hold on your soul. And you're crying about it, you're screaming about it, you're talking about it, you're unleashing from that place. And I do feel like it's helping you to break free for sure, but it's deep. It's very deep. Okay. All right, so you're speaking from that place. Yeah, even I never noticed this in this deck. You see, like the heart is on fire, like it burns, like it's feeling like it's running so high. The passion of it's running so high. The energy, the momentum of the catharsis, or the unleashing, or the yelling at somebody, whatever it is running so high and so hot, and from such a deep place. That's what I'm saying. It's like it doesn't feel superficial. It doesn't feel like you hurt my feelings. Like it doesn't feel like that. It feels like your soul is crying out against what has had a hold on it for oh so long. Knight of Pentacles. Loyalty and commitment. I can feel that in my chest, man. It's hot and it's heavy and not in a fun way. Whatever's had a hold on your soul, okay? The soul cry. I feel like there's been a large level of loyalty and commitment that might be very unhealthy. Almost like the more committed and loyal you've been to a certain, some of you just the pain itself, like holding on to it for dear life, or a people or a job or an idea, like whatever you've poured yourself into, I think hasn't been good for you. And I think that's part of the reason why it's kind of that double energy, or it's like addiction, or it's codependency. Whatever you've invested in or given to, I almost want to say repeatedly for some of you, it has a hold on you, but not in a healthy way. Not in a healthy way. Almost like, not to say you shouldn't have tried to put energy into this person, this job, whatever it is for you. Or again, it's the level of attachment and commitment and dedication to even an idea, to a perspective even. It's actually been harming you in the process. Any other messages or insights for air signs? Seven of Cups. We have illusion. We've got illusion and confusion and delusion. Overwhelmed. Really feeling that lizard energy with here too. It's made things very foggy. It's made things very unclear. Again, so maybe this is a lifelong pattern and not just something that's occurring in your recent life. Like being so dedicated and so committed to this idea, this perspective, this relationship, this job, or a way of being, an idea of even who you are, has been so harming to you, but also not just harming, it's also kept you from seeing clearly because you've been sticking to and attaching to something that really is not for you. Like, sorry, wait for the card to pass. Like, how can you have a clear understanding or clear feeling on which way to go or how to move about your life or how to be when you've been attaching to something that's false, or attaching to something that just flat out is harmful, right? Okay. Okay, well, lots of cards going on now. Any other messages or insights? Beautiful. We got an 8 of Cups coming out. It's just what I want to see when we have a 7. Yeah. Let me lay all the cards out here. All right, so now we have Temperance with the Queen of Cups. I love that. That to me says healing. That to me says trying to balance out, trying to get to a place of mindfulness, presence in your own emotions with it. Some of you, this is even a reaching out to your guides. Sometimes I look at Temperance as that, as like a guardian angel or a spirit guide being around you, or spiritual guidance, looking to faith even. But this is trying to find your mindfulness, trying to find your rational, even just inner knowing footing in the midst of all of this here, okay? Then we have Hanged Man with the 6 of Swords. I like it. And to get even better, we get the 8 of Cups in the World. Even better. Even better. That Hanged Man also speaks to the stagnancy and restriction that this octopus has caused you, okay? And with the 6 of Swords and the 8 of Cups, not only are you making peace in facing down whatever has had a hold on your soul, you're able to actually make movement forward. And the World card, also indicating a big life lesson for some of you. That's Saturn. That's Saturn right there, and Saturn does not play around. And when it's the World card, it could mean that there's a whole new cycle, whole new chapter coming in this for you, or again, just a new lesson. But yeah, it's like just having that peace, having the peace, having the understanding, having the awareness of what this is and what this has been, and allowing yourself to release it the soul cry, and move away from it. By the way, Temperance always trumps the devil. Always helps you to find your way from the devil. It's going to take time, though. I want to say be patient. I do want to say be patient. Even if this is like a big catharsis, before having the actual release of it, you need to identify this. Like, what is the octopus for you, right? Is it a perception you have? Is it a story about yourself or your identity that you've been telling yourself? Is it a relationship? Is it a job? Is it an addiction, right? Like, it could be a lot of different things, but whatever it's been a burden. It's definitely been a burden. And I feel like it runs so deep. I definitely am feeling it in the heart space here. But once you can unmask it, you can start to find your way to peace with it. Overall, we have the moon. Oh, and look, the 9 of Wands. Wounds is really what it is, right? In this context, anyway. Yeah. What has had a hold on your soul? That 9 of Wands is alluding to that. Look how trapped she is. In fear and angst, no less. And in angst. And with the moon, it's illusions around that. How this has been hidden from you. You got to unmask it. You got to unmask it. Underneath that, we do have, interesting, we got the 6 of Pentacles. Excuse me. And the Ace of Wands. Desire. Desire for balance, desire for reciprocity. Friendship. That's interesting. Friendship just came in here. Desire. Some of you, this is also how you want to just be in the world, like in the grand scheme of all things that are happening, like the role you want to play. Some of you, this octopus, whatever's had a hold on your soul, has been keeping you from understanding what that even is for you. So big stuff here. Big stuff here. Where are we at? Oh, it's already over 30 minutes. It's amazing how that happens, right? Just seeing if there's anything else I was going to pick up. Okay, let's pull some advice. Let's go shamanic healing. Any advice for my air signs? Am I taking all of these? No. Okay. Any advice for my air signs, please? Stripping illusions and sacred space. Stripping illusions is also stripping away what has had a hold on your soul. What has had such a hold on you that you couldn't be living in peace. You couldn't understand how you wanted to be in the world or be with people. Just be you. The emotional. Why am I hearing the emotional? I'm getting sucked into the Queen of Cups here. The emotional. So maybe this is also just about your own sense of emotional security. And that does relate to codependency. So some of this is just about codependency and emotional security, self-worth, that sort of stuff. The emotional. The emotional is not really the realm of air signs. So, excuse me, so to speak. So this could also be kind of a tough place to be in this emotional spot. But you kind of need to be in this emotional space in order to understand and to kind of feel your way through this, to get the clarity you need to kind of come back to yourself. And with sacred space, it's also an indication to actually take some space to do this, okay? Like create a little bubble or go on a little spiritual retreat or just kind of like take yourself away from some of your to-dos for a while. Like even if you like are taking things easy, like you don't have to drop all your responsibilities, right? But be able to like find a space in some way, energetically or physically, to process this stuff. Okay. Some of you, like I said, are actually going to be dealing with another person in this. And if you like are in a relation, like a romantic relationship, definitely take some time away from like friends and family and stuff to like process this stuff. But if this is like work or what have you, you need to be able to find your own little place of safety within your workplace. Okay. Or if this is family related, same thing. Find your own little like safe space within a whole like family group dynamic, even if it means removing yourself for a while, or finding one person where you can definitely confide in them, even if it's like a therapist. You know, you don't have to go outside of that and go see a therapist. But anyway, stripping illusions in sacred space. Okay. Okay, I'm not going to read them to you. It's pretty clear. Air signs, I hope you guys got a lot out of this, and I wish you luck. And again, don't forget to check out Vimeo and Patreon and the website, and I'll see you guys very soon, okay? Have a good day, guys. Take care.